Greetings everyone, Nate here. Welcome back to the vlog. So the past couple months, I've found myself beginning a new chapter in my life. And I think a lot of it is because I'm looking for change, and I'm looking for positive change, whether it be mentally or physically, or even with my relationships, and especially with my professional goals. As these goals that I'm making more clear for myself become more obtainable, I find myself to be excited, but at the same time, I'm a little anxious. I want to finish my script, but I know that it can't all happen right now. If it did, then it would turn out shitty because it takes time. There is a process. I want to get in better shape, but I know it all can't happen right now. I need to work on it every day. I want to be more mentally and spiritually present, but I know it all can't happen right now. I need to be patient, meditate often, and be grateful for what I already have. The pressures that social media or even society put on us these days is staggering. It's almost impossible not to compare yourself to others. And by no means is this a new concept or anything, but it is kind of a scary one. And the reason that this is scary, at least the reason that it's scary for me, is because right now, this day and age, we are in uncharted territory. This is all a trial for us. Humans have never experienced this level of communication, of putting our lives constantly out there, always posting and always comparing and always updating and always telling everybody what we're doing all the time. We don't know the consequences of our actions when it comes to social media and what it does to us as human beings. So, in this one, I thought I'd flip the switch a little bit and show you guys some of the methods I've been using to sort of navigate myself a little bit more easily through these bizarre and unsure times. This rule I just recently heard and I've really taken to it. And the rule is whatever it is I'm working on, whether it be reading or writing or exercising or filmmaking or editing, whatever, I'm not allowed to go more than one day without doing that thing that I'm working on. With this, at the very least, you're going every other day doing this thing that you're trying to work on. So that's about 3 or 4 days a week. That's not bad. And I've realized the more conscious I am of how often I'm doing it, the more I want to be doing it. And pretty much, I'm not missing a day on the things that I want to be doing anymore because I'm getting into this routine. The second thing that I've been doing has been taking things away that I really enjoy. And I know you're probably thinking, why would you take away things that you enjoy? Well, it's really just to add perspective. For example, I am no longer eating meat on Mondays. And it's only because meat is a big part of my diet. And to take this away for a full day, I'm getting more veggies, which is always a good thing, but it's also teaching me discipline. It's teaching me to realize that I don't always have to have the things that I want all the time. After doing this exercise, I find myself going days without meat at all just by accident. I'm also remembering what I eat a little bit more. By taking things that you really like or enjoy away, it makes it even sweeter when you get them back. Believe me, when Tuesday rolls around, I'm super excited that I get to eat meat again. So I think that taking things away from your life adds a lot of perspective and discipline for you. A friend once said to me, I want to go to bed with more knowledge than I had when I woke up this morning. And that really stuck with me. I'm exactly the same way now. I want to be absorbing knowledge at all times, always reading, always watching, always listening, speaking less, and just taking in knowledge. It's all over the place. We live in such a great world of unlimited knowledge at our fingertips. If you want to figure out how something is built, you can do that. If you want to figure out how something is cooked or made, you can do that too. And it's just all around us. So it's just almost foolish to not take advantage of all the knowledge at our fingertips. Every day I'm always absorbing new knowledge. Okay, so I feel like this might be catching on more, but maybe I'm wrong just because I'm trying it out and I'm noticing it a little bit more. For me, I had to physically take things away from me. I removed all social media apps off of my phone. There's no Instagram, there's no Facebook, there's no Twitter. I can't access it unless I'm at home. And this sort of grounds me a little bit more of having one place, one central hub where I can get all my little social media stuff done. And then once I'm away from it, I can't go back to it. And by doing this, I have cut my phone screen time down 85% since I've taken these apps off my phone. It is crazy how little I look at my phone, and I still habitually just look at my phone as if something's there, but nothing is. And I'm slowly but surely learning that I don't need to be looking at that screen that much, especially for Instagram. That's the hardest one for me. Keeping a journal has had a huge positive impact on my life. It has been so nice to be able to write out my goals, what I'm feeling, what happened that day, and just getting it all out is incredibly helpful. And it's nice to talk to others about it, but really just for you to have this personal outlet is just very, very healthy. You don't have to be a writer to journal. And if you are starting a journal or you're looking to start, here are a few tips that I've found that are pretty helpful when starting. Write down all the things you actually did that day, not just the way that you're feeling. This will help you keep track of habits, good and bad, and how you can adjust accordingly. Don't write a lot at first. When people first start a journal, they want to write pages and pages of what's going on in their lives, almost to catch up. I suggest that with your first journal entries, you write about maybe a few sentences. Take 10 minutes to write it out, be really, really brief with it, and the next day it won't seem as daunting. A lot of times we write a lot right at first, and then the next day it's like, I don't feel like writing pages and pages of journaling. But if you're just writing a few sentences, it's still incredibly helpful. And as you go down the road and as you journal more, you're gonna notice your entries getting a little bit longer because you're gonna be enjoying it more. Don't go back and read your journal entries until about after 90 days of journaling. And this way it'll be easier for you to see the trends and habits, whether they be positive or toxic. Remember, no one else is reading this but you. Alright guys, so that's it for today. I know this video didn't have a lot to do with filmmaking or writing, but that's sort of what I was explaining in the last video that I posted, is that I just want this channel to be an outlet for a lot of different topics. So if you have any tips on positive self-improvement or any methods you've been using or good habits that you've been forming, leave all your comments down below. Also, hit all those little buttons down there that everyone always wants you to hit. I kind of want you to hit those buttons too. Bell, subscribe, all those things. I really, really appreciate all the support, and I will see you in the near future.